On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Silicon.
A chemical element with the symbol C that is a hard, brittle crystalline solid with a blue-gray metallic luster and used for the transistors and integrated circuit chips in computers.
Examples:
Silicon wafer, crystalline silicon. Silicon is the second most abundant element on Earth after oxygen.
Valley.
A long depression on the surface of the land, which typically contains a river.
Examples:
Valley bottom, basin-shaped valley. The valley had received a mild snowfall the previous week.
Obsess.
To fill the mind of someone continually so that one can't think of anything else.
Examples:
Obsess over her weight. He is obsessed with the fear. He's utterly obsessed with his promotion.
Disrupt.
To prevent or stop something, especially an event, activity, or process, from continuing in the usual way by causing a problem or disturbance.
Examples:
Disrupt a well-ordered condition. Disrupt sleep. I'm so sorry to disrupt you when you're pretty busy.
Steel.
A strong metal alloy made up of iron with typically a few tenths of a % of carbon used for making things that need a strong structure.
Examples:
Magnetic steel. Steel beam. This bridge is the third largest steel bridge in the world.
Rural.
Of or relating to the countryside.
Examples:
Rural accents. People in rural areas. Many rural areas are still impoverished.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Panhandle.
To ask for money or donations on the street by holding out a container or sign. To beg for money or support. Noun, a narrow strip of land projecting from a larger territory, typically with a shape resembling the handle of a pan.
Examples:
Panhandle for food. The Texas Panhandle. I must panhandle for money if I can't find a job soon.
President.
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus. Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Elect.
To choose someone for a specific position by voting for them, to decide or choose to do something.
Examples:
Elect the school board. Elect death. Every 5 years, the provincial governors are elected.
Overnight.
Lasting for or occurring during one night, occurring or changing extremely quickly or suddenly, happening or being achieved in a short amount of time.
Examples:
Overnight parking. Overnight success. The overnight package delivery arrived at my door this morning.
Sneak.
To go somewhere, or take someone or something somewhere secretly or stealthily. To steal or do something secretly or stealthily.
Examples:
Sneak a cigarette. Sneak out of danger. The children tried to sneak out and eat the candy.
Treadmill.
A piece of exercise equipment consisting of a moving belt on which the user walks, jogs, or runs in place, a monotonous, repetitive task or activity that feels like it is going nowhere, much like a person walking on a treadmill.
Examples:
Treadmill workout. Non-stop treadmill. I like to watch TV while running on the treadmill to pass the time.
Cardiovascular.
Of or relating to the heart and blood vessels, equals tubes that carry blood around the body.
Examples:
Cardiovascular diseases. Cardiovascular tissue. Smoking places you at severe risk of cardiovascular and respiratory disease.
Instantly.
Immediately.
Examples:
Instantly cope with. Be killed instantly. I remembered that person instantly and never forgot.
Obliterate.
To wipe out, destroy, or conceal all signs of something utterly. To remove completely from recognition or memory.
Examples:
Obliterate all traces. Obliterate data. The accident at that nuclear power plant obliterated the local ecosystem.
Tweet.
A short, high sound made by a small bird, a message sent using Twitter, the social media application.
Examples:
A chick's tweet. His latest tweets. We could hear the tweet of baby birds.
Headline.
A heading at the top of a newspaper or magazine story or page.
Examples:
Headline article. Banner headline. The engagement of the two golf players became headline news.
Scroll.
A long roll of paper containing writing, verb, to move through text or graphics on a screen to view different parts of them.
Examples:
Roll up a scroll. Scroll through a document. The house owner loved the large hanging scroll in the guest room.
Infect.
To affect a person, an animal, or a plant with a disease-causing organism.
Examples.
Infect other animal species. Infect a computer with a virus. Children often infect parents with this head cold.
Stalk.
To follow or track someone or something closely and quietly, usually to cause harm or surveillance. To move slowly and quietly to avoid detection. Noun, the main stem of a plant that supports leaves, flowers, and fruit, the stem or main axis of a support structure or framework.
Examples.
Stalk of celery. Stalk from the room. The hunter quietly stalked the deer for hours before taking the shot.
Exhibition.
A public event or display of works of art, scientific or industrial objects, or other items of interest, usually held in a museum or art gallery.
Examples.
A personal exhibition. Exhibition opening. The art museum is hosting an exhibition of contemporary paintings next month.
Obscure.
Not well known to many people.
Examples.
Obscure answer. Obscure artist. This information was primarily obscured in the first release.
Renaissance.
A new growth in activity or enthusiasm in anything, particularly art, literature, or music.
Examples.
Artistic Renaissance. Industrial Renaissance. Folk music is now experiencing a renaissance.
Burl.
A type of growth on a tree that develops into a rounded, knotty lump and is often prized for its unique and attractive pattern, used in woodworking and decorative arts.
Examples.
The intricate pattern in the burl. Burl furniture. The burl on the tree trunk added character to the table made from it.
Inauguration.
The formal beginning or initiation of something, especially the beginning of a political leader's term in office, a ceremony marking the beginning of an organization or event.
Examples.
Inauguration ceremony. Presidential inauguration. The inauguration of the new station was a great success.
Chant.
A simple melody or tune, typically one that is repeated or sung in a monotonous way. Verb, recite with musical intonation.
Examples.
Chant melodies. Chant in the chapel. The soccer game crowd broke into a chant of "Go, team, go."
Democracy.
A form of government in which the people have the authority to deliberate and decide legislation, or to choose governing officials to do so.
Examples.
Democracy advocate. Principles of democracy. Democracy often entails inclusive capitalism as well.
Umbrella.
A device consisting of a circular canopy of cloth on a central pole used as protection against rain or sometimes against the sun.
Examples:
Umbrella coverage. Umbrella ban. She opened her umbrella to protect herself from the rain.
Flash.
A sudden intense burst of radiant energy, a momentary brightness.
Examples:
A flash of lightning. Brilliant flash. These heavy rains caused flash floods on several islands.
Captivate.
To attract and hold the attention or interest of.
Examples:
Captivate public sentiment. Captivate the mind. The magician captivated the audience with his illusions.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples:
Struggle against discrimination. Struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Taunt.
To tease or ridicule in a challenging manner.
Examples:
Taunt him with cowardice. Taunt the losing team. She taunted him with sarcastic comments about his lack of success.
Fresco.
A painting technique in which water and pigment are applied to wet plaster, producing a durable and luminous image.
Examples:
Medieval fresco. Fresco secco. The fresco paintings in the church were over 500 years old.
Monumental.
Great in importance or influence, size, extent, or solidity, massive.
Examples:
Monumental task. Monumental sculpture. Everyone, even non-scholars, knows Einstein's monumental contributions to physics.
Commission.
A formal instruction, command, or request given to a person or group, an official group of people entrusted by a government or other official body to control or enforce something.
Examples:
Commission appointed by the government. The commission of murder. She gets a commission on each contract.
Govern.
To legally control and direct a country, city, group of people, etc., and be responsible for introducing new laws, organizing and maintaining public services.
Examples:
A nation's right to govern. Govern a public enterprise. The regulations governing medical malpractice claims are rigorous.
Council.
A group of people who have been elected or appointed to make decisions or give advice on a particular subject or in a particular place.
Examples:
Other council members. City council election. The city council voted to approve the new development project.
Chamber.
A large room used for a formal, public, or particular purpose, one of the parts of a parliament.
Examples:
A gas chamber. The lower chamber. The surgeon made an incision in the chambers of the patient's heart.
Scream.
To give a loud, high shout suddenly, especially because of fear, anger, excitement, etc., to utter or declare in a very loud voice.
Examples:
Scream a profanity. Scream at him to be quiet. She kept screaming for an ambulance.
Allegory.
A story, play, picture, etc., in which the characters and events represent religious or political values, concepts, or morals.
Examples:
Political allegory. Subtle, multivalent allegory. By using this allegory, we can teach moral lessons.
Legitimacy.
The state or quality of being allowed and acceptable under the law. The state or quality of being founded on a reasonable or acceptable reason.
Examples:
Democratic legitimacy. Challenge the legitimacy. I'm going to deny the legitimacy of his claim.
Republic.
A state or country in which the people and their elected representatives hold supreme power and which has an elected or nominated president rather than a monarch.
Examples:
Republic democracy. The Republic of Art. The United States is a federal presidential constitutional republic.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Unrest.
A state of agitation or disturbance, lack of calm or peace.
Examples:
Unrest in the city. 'Cause unrest. The recent political unrest in the country has led to widespread protests and civil disobedience.
Intent.
A strong determination or attention to do or achieve something. Adjective, having a strong determination to do or achieve something.
Examples:
The intent of a question. Intent gaze. The designer's intent was to create a minimalist aesthetic for the interior of the building.
Catalog.
A complete list of items, often including technical details and prices.
Examples:
A classified catalog. Catalog card. She used the online catalog to find the perfect pair of earrings for her sister's birthday.
Obligation.
The state of being morally or legally bound to do or pay something.
Examples:
A deep obligation. Pay an obligation. You are under no obligation to finish the job.
Scholar.
Professor, a person who studies a topic in considerable depth, particularly in a university.
Examples:
Scholar in international politics. Noted scholar. You won't have to pay college tuition if you're a scholar.
Historic.
Famous or significant in history, or potentially so.
Examples:
Historic accomplishment. Achieve the historic feat. The Chinese people have accomplished several historic feats.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
Massive amounts. Massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Overwhelm.
To defeat someone or something by using a great deal of force, to have a strong emotional effect on somebody.
Examples:
He was overwhelmed with gratitude. Overwhelm opponents by numbers. Too much variety may overwhelm and confuse viewers.
Majestic.
Impressive or grand in appearance, size, or manner, stately.
Examples:
A majestic figure. A majestic sense of purpose. The majestic mountain range was a sight to behold.
Label.
A small piece of paper, fabric, or other material attached to an object and giving information about it. Verb, to assign to a category.
Examples:
A mailing label. Label a bag with my name. The label on the food package lists the ingredients and nutritional information.
Communion.
The act or condition of exchanging or sharing thoughts and feelings. Christianity, the act of participating in the celebration of the Eucharist.
Examples:
Communion with God. Spiritual communion with nature. We use this tableware in a communion service.
Tyrant.
A ruler who uses their power cruelly and oppressively, a cruel and oppressive person.
Examples:
A domestic tyrant. Tyrant regime. The tyrant's rule was marked by oppression and fear.
Surrounding.
That is near or around, or closely encircling something.
Examples:
Surrounding areas. A fence surrounding a castle. The surrounding mountains make the city difficult to be invaded.
Advisor.
A person who gives advice about a particular subject.
Examples:
A medical advisor. Chief advisor. After retiring, he continued to be an advisor to politicians.
Justice.
The quality of being fair and reasonable and treating people equally according to their due.
Examples:
Criminal justice. Justice of heaven. The judge's ruling was based on the principles of justice and fairness.
Enthrone.
To install or seat someone on a throne, thereby making them the official ruler or leader, to elevate someone to a position of power or authority.
Examples:
Enthrone a new leader. Enthrone a new technology. The king will enthrone his son as the next ruler of the kingdom.
Wisdom.
The quality of being wise, or the ability to use your knowledge and experience to make sensible decisions.
Examples:
A fountain of wisdom. Wisdom literature. The community greatly respected and sought after the older adult's wisdom.
Concord.
A state of agreement, harmony, or mutual understanding, a formal agreement or treaty, a musical chord that is in harmony, unity or compatibility in thoughts, opinions, or actions.
Examples:
Concord Agreement. Global Concord. The negotiation resulted in a peaceful concord between the two nations.
Harmony.
The combination of simultaneous musical notes to produce a pleasing effect, an attractive combination of related things and their properties.
Examples:
A harmony of colors. Break a harmony. We worked in perfect harmony.
String.
Long, thin material used for tying things together, composed of several twisted threads.
Examples:
Retie the string and make it strong. Tense piano strings. She wore a string of pearls around her neck.
Bind.
To tie or fasten someone or something tightly with rope, string, etc., so that they cannot move or are held together strongly.
Examples:
Bind the man's hands. Bind old letters into a bundle. The company's rules bind the employees' working hours.
Compatriot.
A fellow citizen or countryman, someone who belongs to the same country, society, or community as oneself, a person with similar interests, beliefs, or values.
Examples:
Compatriot soldier. Fellow compatriot. My soccer team played against my compatriots' team in the local tournament.
Chill.
A feeling of coldness that makes one shiver. Verb, to make cool or cooler.
Examples:
The chill of autumn. Feel a slight chill. His swear words cast a chill on the party.
Bob.
To move up and down quickly and repeatedly, often in a short, jerky motion, to cut, trim, or shorten hair, especially by repeatedly snipping with scissors. Noun, a hairstyle in which the hair is cut short and even all around, usually above the shoulders.
Examples:
Bob a quick curtsy. Bob on the surface of the water. I need to bob my head to the beat of the music.
Sweat.
The salty liquid that is produced by the glands in the skin, especially when the body is hot or under stress.
Examples:
All in a sweat. Sweat bath. She wiped the sweat off her forehead with a towel.
Illustrate.
To provide pictures, photographs, diagrams, etc. in a book or something for explanation.
Examples:
Illustrate a key point. Illustrate a story. The company's financial records illustrate how successful it has been.
Ordinary.
Not different, exceptional, or unexpected in any way, especially in quality, ability, size, or degree.
Examples:
An ordinary school. Ordinary annual revenue. The ordinary session of the Diet opened.
Delicious.
Exceptionally pleasing to taste or smell.
Examples:
Delicious breeze. Variety of delicious foods. We could grill the meat in a delicious way.
Countryside.
Rural areas or regions outside of cities and urban centers, often characterized by open fields, farmland, forests, and countryside scenery.
Examples:
Countryside scenery. Countryside lifestyle. The small village in the countryside was perfect for a quiet getaway.
Landscape.
An expanse of scenery that can be seen in a single view, a large area of land, especially in the country and relating to its appearance.
Examples:
A peaceful landscape. Landscape painting. Recent electoral shocks have shaken the political landscape in Europe.
Crop.
A plant that is cultivated in large amounts, particularly for food.
Examples:
Crop field. Crop herbicide. Sow early for an early crop.
Sow.
To plant or scatter seed, especially in the ground, to establish or set in motion.
Examples:
Sow a seed of doubt. Sow a lot of confusion. The farmer sowed the seeds in the field, hoping for a good harvest.
Reap.
To harvest a grain crop from a field, to obtain something beneficial as a consequence of something that you have done.
Examples:
Reap the benefits. Reap crops. He reaped a significant profit from the listing of his company's stock.
Plow.
A farming implement used for breaking up and turning over the soil, especially before planting. Verb, to turn over and break up the soil in preparation for planting crops.
Examples:
Plow equipment. Deeply plow the soil. The farmer tied the yoke oxen to the plow.
Livestock.
Farm animals and birds such as cows, sheep, and chickens.
Examples:
Livestock agriculture. Livestock industry. Livestock feed is made from fodder crops.
Tower.
A structure that is exceptionally high in proportion to its width and either forms part of a building or stands alone.
Examples:
A bell tower. The tower on a cliff. She is a tower of strength for our team in trouble.
Attend.
To be present at an event, to go to a place.
Examples:
Attend a meeting. Attend service. We must attend to this matter.
Tradesman.
A person who works in a trade or commerce, such as a craftsman, merchant, or vendor.
Examples:
Successful tradesman. A fellow tradesman. The skilled tradesman repaired the broken window with ease.
Thrive.
To grow vigorously, to make steady progress.
Examples:
Thrive in a society. Thrive on pressure. Without investment, a business cannot thrive.
Security.
The state of being free from danger, risk, or harm, measures taken to protect against threats or attacks, a financial asset, such as a stock or bond that derives value exclusively from the ownership interest or claim to a particular underlying asset or obligation.
Examples:
National security. Security analyst. The building's security system includes cameras, alarms, and security guards.
Banner.
A long strip of cloth or paper bearing a symbol, logo, slogan, or another message, especially carried in a demonstration or procession or hung in a public place, a form of the online advertisement appearing on a web page.
Examples:
The Star-Spangled Banner. Banner advertising. They unfurled the banners in preparation for the ceremony.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Haunting.
Lingering in the mind or memory, often in a disturbing or unsettling way. Noun, something difficult to forget or shake off.
Examples:
haunting memory, a haunting sense of fear. The song's haunting melody stayed with me long after I heard it.
Dam.
A wall constructed over a river to block the flow of water, mainly used to generate energy.
Examples:
dam building program, dam collapsing. The break in the dam threatened the valley.
Horn.
A hard, pointed, often curved part that grows on the top of the heads of some animals, such as sheep and cows, a noisemaker or musical instrument that makes a loud noise when you blow through it.
Examples:
a handle of horn, horn of a vehicle. He enjoyed hearing the tootles of their horns with beer.
Tusk.
A long, pointed tooth, usually found in animals such as elephants, walruses, or wild boars, which protrudes from the mouth and is used as a weapon or for digging.
Examples:
tusk of an elephant, tusk-like tooth. The ivory poacher was arrested for possession of illegal tusks.
Braid.
A complex pattern, design, or plait formed out of 3 or more strands, often used decoratively in hair, clothing, or textiles, threads of silk, cotton, or other material attached to clothes, uniforms, or other things made of cloth, as a decoration.
Examples:
braid hair, elastic cord braid. She always wore her hair in a single braid down her back.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the 2 wine-producing regions.
Helpless.
Unable to take care of oneself or to do things without help.
Examples:
helpless baby, helpless victims. I feel so helpless without you.
Shackle.
A metal ring, bar, or other device used to confine, restrain, or limit freedom of movement, a restraint or impediment of any kind.
Examples:
shackle chains, metal shackle. The prisoner wore heavy shackles on his wrists and ankles.
Sever.
To break or separate something by cutting, especially suddenly and forcibly.
Examples:
sever a rope, sever a positive relationship. He severed a branch from a tree quickly.
Antagonist.
A person, group, or force that opposes or works against the protagonist, or the main character, in a story or drama. A person or thing that is in direct opposition or conflict with another person or group.
Examples:
arch-nemesis antagonist, literary antagonist. The antagonist in the movie is a corrupt government official who obstructed the protagonist's mission.
Vice.
Wrongdoing or wicked behavior, in the form of vice versa, with the order reversed. As a prefix, someone with a job immediately below a particular person.
Examples:
virtue and vice. Vice chair of the committee. Cats hate dogs and vice versa.
Animate.
To make something full of interest and energy.
Examples:
animate the body. Animate his soul. The positive attitude of the supervisor animated the discussion.
Avarice.
An excessive or insatiable desire for wealth or material gain, greediness.
Examples:
unbridled avarice. His avarice knew no bounds. His avarice for money led him to make unethical decisions in business.
Clutch.
To grasp and hold somebody or something tightly.
Examples:
clutch at any straw. Clutched her daughter to her breast. The boy clutched his mother's hand tightly as they walked in the dark.
Strongbox.
A secure and sturdy box or safe used for storing valuable items, money, or documents, often made of metal and equipped with a lock or combination system.
Examples:
hidden strongbox. Secure strongbox. He stored his valuable possessions in a sturdy strongbox for added security.
Fishery.
An area of water where fish are caught in large quantities for living, a business or practice of catching and selling fish.
Examples:
fishery management. Commercial fishery. The majority of the people on the island are fishery folk.
Hook.
A curved device used for suspending, holding, or pulling something, especially one attached to a surface for hanging things on, a sharp curve or crook.
Examples:
a hat hook. The curved shape of a hook. Please hang your towel on a hook.
Fortune.
A large amount of money or property, chance or luck as an unknown and arbitrary force affecting human affairs.
Examples:
ill fortune. Bit of good fortune. Capitalism guarantees the right of ownership of personal fortune.
Vainglory.
Excessive or extravagant pride or vanity, especially in one's achievements or abilities, an excessive display or boasting of oneself.
Examples:
vainglory of success. Vainglory in achievements. His unbridled vainglory led to his downfall as he refused to acknowledge his mistakes.
Warn.
To make someone aware of potential danger or difficulty, particularly one that may occur in the future.
Examples:
Warn a reckless driver. Warned me of the plan. I attempted to warn him, but he ignored me.
Narcissist.
A person who is excessively self-absorbed, especially regarding their appearance or achievements.
Examples:
Relationship with a narcissist. Somatic narcissist. He thinks she is a high narcissist because she always talks about herself and her accomplishments.
Ego.
A consciousness of your own identity, a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance, especially inflated one.
Examples:
Ego defense mechanisms. National ego. She was constantly trying to boost her ego by talking about her accomplishments.
Treason.
The act of betraying one's country or government, especially by attempting to overthrow it or give aid and comfort to its enemies, a violation of allegiance or loyalty to one's country or government.
Examples:
High treason. Arrested for treason. The rebels were sentenced to death for committing acts of treason against the state.
Lamb.
A young sheep, the flesh of a young domestic sheep eaten as food.
Examples:
The meat of lamb. Sacrifice a lamb. His dog is as gentle as a lamb.
Scorpion.
A small creature similar to an insect with a segmented body, a pair of pincers, and a long, thin tail that ends in a venomous sting.
Examples:
Scorpion fish. Poisonous scorpion. The scorpion's venom can be lethal to humans.
Lull.
A period of calm or quiet, a temporary cessation of activity, noise, or music, a soothing sound or movement that induces sleep or relaxation.
Examples:
Lull in the battle. The lull before the storm. The waves crashing against the shore had a soothing lull on the listeners.
Poison.
A substance that can cause illness, injury, or death when ingested, inhaled, or absorbed through the skin, something harmful, malicious, or toxic, the act of damaging or ruining a relationship. Verb, to introduce a substance into something or someone harmful and potentially deadly.
Examples:
Poison ivy. Poison bilateral relations. The plant's leaves contain a deadly poison that can cause hallucinations and seizures.
Fraud.
The crime of gaining money or financial benefits by deceiving people, a person who makes deceitful pretenses.
Examples:
Get money by fraud. Victim of fraud. The police arrested them for committing insurance fraud.
Flighty.
Unstable, unpredictable, or easily distracted, impulsive or prone to making hasty decisions.
Examples:
Flighty decisions. Flighty personality. Her flighty behavior made it challenging to work with her on a team.
Bat.
A nocturnal animal with wings that flies and feeds at night, similar to a mouse, a piece of wood with a handle used for hitting the ball in sports including baseball, cricket, and table tennis.
Examples:
Bat cave. Bat an eye. The cave was a habitat for bats.
Division.
The act or outcome of splitting into separate parts, a critical organizational unit or sector.
Examples:
Cellular division. Division chief. Which division of the company do you work in?
Carpenter.
A woodworker whose job is to make or repair wooden objects.
Examples:
A short carpenter nail. An apprentice carpenter. Carpenter bees are boring holes into the wall.
Chop.
To cut something into pieces with a sharp tool, such as a knife.
Examples:
Chop wood. Chop a meat with a knife. The cook chopped the vegetables for the soup.
Fury.
Intense and often violent anger.
Examples:
Market fury. Fury of the storm. The crowd's fury was palpable as they shouted and protested against the government's decision.
Wield.
To possess and exercise power, authority, etc.
Examples:
Wield her authority. Wield a bad influence. They wielded enormous power and influence.
Mob.
A large and disorderly crowd of people, a large horde of animals.
Examples:
Mob psychology. Mob violence. The excited mob was getting out of control at the concert.
Remainder.
The part of something that is left over when the rest has been used or taken.
Examples:
Division with remainder. The remainder of my life. The remainder of the cake was put in the fridge for tomorrow.
Inevitable.
Certain to happen and unavoidable.
Examples:
Inevitable changes of the seasons. Inevitable result. In times of recession, an increase in unemployment is inevitable.
Civic.
Of or relating to a town, city, or the people who live in it.
Examples:
Civic activity. Civic center. The city promotes civic collaboration in community development.
Celebrated.
Renowned for possessing admirable attributes.
Examples:
Celebrated artist. Celebrated paper. 3 celebrated tenors performed during the president's inauguration.
Abandon.
To leave a place, thing, or person with no intention of returning. Noun, a feeling of extreme emotional intensity.
Examples:
Abandon a friend. Abandon the practice. The castle was abandoned several years later.
Flame.
A bright, visible light and heat source caused by combustion, a strong, intense feeling typically associated with passion, aggression, or anger.
Examples:
Flame of passion. Simmering flame. The flame of the candle flickered in the darkness of the room.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Insight.
The ability to gain an accurate and deep understanding of people or situations, an accurate and deep understanding of what something is like.
Examples:
A profound insight. Share my insights. We gained various insights by analyzing the vast amount of data owned by the company.
Heed.
To pay attention to or take notice of something, particularly a warning or piece of advice, to listen to and comply with something.
Examples:
Heed expert advice. Heed nature's call. He didn't heed the warning signs and got lost in the woods.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Shadow.
A dark area or shape cast by an object blocking the passage of light, an area in darkness or shade, a reflected image or copy of something, a person, activity, or influence that follows or accompanies someone or something closely and persistently, often in a secretive or ominous manner.
Examples:
Shadow cast. Shadow puppetry. The tree cast a shadow over the picnic area, providing relief from the sun.
Tyranny.
A form of government in which a single ruler has absolute power, often exercised cruelly and oppressively, the arbitrary or oppressive exercise of power or control over others.
Examples:
Brutal tyranny. Tyranny of the majority. The country was ruled by a tyranny that oppressed its citizens.
Cast.
To cause light or shadow to appear on a surface, to assign or choose someone such as an actor or representative, especially by selection process.
Examples:
Cast a ballot. Cast a charming eye. This accident cast a dark shadow over their lives.
Claim.
To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true.
Examples.
Claim responsibility. False claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property.
Spectator.
Someone present at an event, such as a sports game, play, or concert, to watch or observe it.
Examples.
Mass spectator sport. Spectator seat. She enjoyed watching the game as a spectator.
Protest.
A strong expression of disagreement, disapproval, or opposition.
Examples.
Hold a protest. A silent protest. He left the party in protest at its radical political stance.
Assemble.
To collect in one place as a single group.
Examples.
Assemble your colleagues. Assemble a jigsaw puzzle. The president began to assemble an army.
Accretion.
The process of gradual growth or accumulation, particularly of layers or matter building up over time, the result of such a process.
Examples.
Stellar accretion. Island accretion. The rock was formed by the slow accretion of sediments over millions of years.
Betray.
To reveal or deliver to an enemy by treachery or disloyalty, to reveal something unintentionally.
Examples.
Betray a friend. Betray confidence. He felt betrayed when his best friend revealed their secret to the enemy.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples.
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Nightmare.
A very frightening or unpleasant dream.
Examples.
Have a nightmare. Nightmare situation. Life as a waiter was a big nightmare for him.
Messy.
Disorganized and untidy.
Examples.
Messy data. Messy handling. His messy bedroom is always a source of frustration for his mother.
Trump.
A playing card with a picture of a trumpeter on it, used in certain card games.
Examples.
Trump card. Choose Trump. The trump suit in the game of bridge is determined at the beginning of each hand.
Policy.
A set of rules, guidelines, principles, or procedures that govern decision-making or action, often used in the context of business or government. A course of action or plan of action adopted or followed by an organization or individual to achieve a goal or objective.
Examples:
Health policy, foreign policy. The company's new policy on remote work has made it a more inclusive workplace.
Contrary.
Acting in opposition to what is expected or desired.
Examples:
The clear contrary. Contrary evidence. The two sides argued their points, but the judge ultimately sided with the contrary viewpoint.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
Fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Judge.
A person who makes decisions in a court of law. Verb, to determine the result of or form a critical opinion of something.
Examples:
Judge a competition. An associate judge. The strict judge ruled in favor of the plaintiff in the case.
Religion.
A deep conviction in a supernatural power that controls human destiny.
Examples:
Religion sociology. Freedom of religion. Their religion strictly prohibits them from drinking or gambling.
Worship.
To have or show a strong feeling of profound respect and admiration for a religious entity such as God or a god.
Examples:
Worship God. Absolutely worship. They traditionally worship their guru.
Contest.
A competition in which people compete for supremacy in a sport or other activity, a struggle between rivals.
Examples:
A speech contest. A close contest. There was a vast contest between the two tribes.
Render.
To bring someone or something into a particular state, to provide something such as service, help, etc.
Examples:
Render an assessment. Render the contract void. The jury must render a decision on this complex case.
Champion.
Someone who has won first place in a competition, someone who fights for a specific group of people or a belief.
Examples:
A champion of peace. The grand champion. The champion bicyclist outrode all his competitors.
Argument.
A set of statements or reasons used to support or refute a proposition or theory, a verbal or physical fight or dispute.
Examples:
A blazing argument. The argument against capital punishment. The argument between the two sides over the proposed policy was heated.
Unfortunately.
By bad luck, unluckily.
Examples:
Unfortunately caught in a shower. Even more unfortunately. The treatments were done, but, unfortunately, were unsuccessful.
Incitement.
The act of encouraging, urging, or provoking someone to engage in a particular action, often of a negative or controversial nature. The act of stimulating or arousing strong emotions or reactions.
Examples:
Political incitement. Incitement to hatred. His speech was seen as an incitement to violence among the protesters.
Violent.
Involving or caused by physical force or aggression against someone or something.
Examples:
Victim of a violent crime. Violent incident. The protesters became violent when the police tried to disperse them.
March.
To walk militarily with stiff, regular steps.
Examples:
March against the war. March east. The troops marched shoulder to shoulder.
Rally.
A public meeting of a group of people intended to arouse enthusiasm.
Examples:
Rally in front of the embassy. The preliminary rally. There was a massive police presence at the anti-government rally.
Unconstitutional.
Not in accordance with the Constitution, equals the set of fundamental principles or established precedents of a country or state.
Examples:
Unconstitutional violation. Unconstitutional action. The law was determined to be unconstitutional by the court.
Froth.
A mass of small bubbles on the surface of a liquid caused by agitation or fermentation, a light, airy, or frothy substance, foam or lather.
Examples:
Beer froth. Froth in the ocean. The cappuccino was topped with froth, making it look like a work of art.
Excite.
To make someone feel suddenly enthusiastic or eager.
Examples:
Excite the crowd. Excite rebellion. The news of her promotion excited her.